Sabana. Are you ready? It's mania. It's mania.
Hello everyone, my name is Adelia Sharif. I am from BSI Cengkareng University. My student ID number is 632500003. And today, I would like to share my opinion about changing bad habit. I'm sure at least one of you has a bad habit, right? I think all of us have a bad habit that are difficult to change. The bad habit that I will talk about today is waking up late. Why did I choose this topic? Why did you guys know? Because I think many of us, including myself, have experienced this habit. In my opinion, waking up late is a bad habit that many of us often experience. Maybe it feels normal at first, especially when we do not have important plans in the morning, right? But if we think about it, waking up too late can waste a lot of time. Sometimes when we wake up and immediately feel rushed because half of the day is already gone, and it makes everything feel messy. Usually, this habit happens because we sleep too late. Sometimes we spend too much time scrolling on our phone, watching videos, or telling ourselves just 5 more minutes, which often turns into hours. Because of that, our body feels tired and waking up in the morning becomes really hard. If this keeps happening, it can make us feel lazy and less productive. If we want to change this habit, we don't need to do it all at once. We can start with small steps like going to bed a little earlier, using our phone less before sleeping, and trying to get up as soon as the alarm rings without pressing snooze again and again. The important thing is to stay consistent. Changing the bad habit of waking up late is not easy, but it is definitely possible. We might fail sometimes, and that is okay. What matters is we keep trying. Let's start together and build better habits. Because waking up earlier can give us more time to do useful things and make our day feel much better.
A few moments later.
After previously discussing opinions about changing bad habits, now we will continue to the next topic, which is comparison text. Before we start, have you ever compared two things before choosing one? I think we all do that in our daily life. Comparison text helps us find similarities and differences between two or more things. And today, let's learn more about its definition, purpose, characteristic, language features, and structure together. Before we discuss it further, we need to understand the definition of comparison text first. So, what is comparison? Comparison is a type of text used to compare two or more objects, people, places, or ideas in order to identify their similarities and differences. For example, when you want to buy something with many choices, you need to compare all of them before choosing one. After we understand the definition of comparison text, we also need to know the purpose of comparison text. Here, I have explained 5 purposes of comparison text. The first, to identify the similarities and differences between two or more objects, people, places, or ideas. The second is to provide detailed information for better understanding. The third is to help analyze and evaluate different characteristics. The fourth is to make it easier to compare advantage and disadvantage. And the last one is to support decision making by presenting clear comparison. Next, we will discuss the characteristic of comparison. Comparison text has several characteristics. The first is comparing two or more things. For example, objects, people, places, or ideas being compared. 2. Explaining similarities and differences. 3. Using comparative and superlative adjective. For example, bigger, smaller, the best, the tallest. 4. Using comparative conjunction. For example, however, while, similarly, unlike, versus. 5. Organize logically and systematically. 6. The last one is focusing on specific aspect. For example, size, function, quality, appearance, or advantages and disadvantages. Comparison has 3 language features. The first is comparative degree, the second is superlative degree, and the last one is comparison signal words. I will explain them one by one along with the example. Let's start with the first language feature, which is comparative degree. So, what is comparative degree? Comparative degree is used to compare two things, people, or objects. It shows that one thing has more or less of a quality than another. The formula you can use is subject plus to be plus adjective plus than plus object. Or you can also use subject plus to be plus more plus adjective plus than plus object. For example, Songhyun is taller than Konho. Oh Hyul is older than Ryul. Teamwork is more productive than working alone. A car is more expensive than a motorcycle. Next is superlative degree. Superlative degree is used to show the highest or lowest level of equality among 3 or more things. It is similar to comparative degree, but the difference is the number of objects being compared. If comparative degree compares only two things, superlative degree is used to show something that is the most among others. The formula you can use is subject plus to be plus the plus adjective as plus noun. Or you can also use subject plus to be plus the most plus adjective plus noun. For example, Jaehyun is the tallest student in the class. Yellow is the brightest color in the chart. Jakarta is the most crowded city in the country. Rio is the most handsome man in South Korea. And the last one is comparison signal words. Comparison signal words are connecting words used to show similarities and differences between objects. Different from the two language feature before, comparison signal words are connecting words or signal used to show comparison. Example of connecting words used to show differences are while, versus, however, but, unlike, different from, and on the other hand. And connecting words used to show similarities are similarly, likewise, both, also, just like, similar to. There are three formulas that you can use, which are subject plus verb plus object plus signal word plus subject plus verb plus object, or signal word plus object plus subject plus verb plus object, and signal words plus object 1 plus n plus object 2 plus verb plus complement. Here I have prepared some examples for each type of connecting words. For similarities, the examples are Rina enjoys watching drama. Similarly, her friends likes romantic movies. Mingyu loves basketball. Likewise, his brother enjoys it. Both cat and dogs need attention. He is smart and also very funny. Just like her mother, she cooks very well. His hairstyle is similar to his father. And for the differences, the examples are, unlike his brother, Mark is more talkative. Riding a motorcycle is faster. However, driving a car is safer. Geno's room is small, whereas Jamin's room is larger. I like coffee, while my friends prefer tea. The food is cheap, but it tastes delicious. Life in the city is different from life in the village. Online shopping is practical. On the other hand, shopping in store is more enjoyable. And the last topic is the structure of comparison text. There are three main structures. The first one is introduction. Introduction is the first part introduce the objects, people, places, or ideas that will be compared. For example, online learning and offline learning are two common methods of education. The next is comparison points. This part explains the similarities and differences between the objects being compared. For example, online learning is more flexible, while offline learning provides direct interaction with teachers. Both methods help students gain knowledge. And the last one is conclusion. The conclusion is the last part, give a summary or final opinion about the comparison. For example, in conclusion, both learning methods are useful, but the best choice depends on students' needs and preference. So, that's all for our discussion today. Thank you for watching and listening. I hope what I explained can be understood well. I'm sorry if there are any mistakes in my words or sentence, and I hope you can understand. Thank you so much and see you!
Labanang al Yao